regarding Enbridge wanting to put the additional anchors in place, and also regarding the alternative analysis just finished with all the various federally recognised tribes here in Michigan. So right now I'm going to turn the camera over to one of the representatives from the tribes who will introduce himself and talk a little bit about what happened today. So what's your name, sir?
Yes, I'm Mike Ripley. I'm the environmental coordinator for the Chippewa-Ottawa Resource Authority, and I was here today representing the treaty fisheries environmental interests for the Line 5 Straits of Mackinac, and especially looking at the alternatives analysis, which we consider to be grossly inadequate, very much in favor of Enbridge, and also the anchor permits. And we believe that the permitting process for those anchor permits is a good opportunity for the state to come up with what needs to be done, a true risk analysis and a true alternatives analysis could be rolled into this the permit for the anchors.
Absolutely. Now, for the people that don't know, can you tell people what CORA is? Because people won't necessarily have heard of that before. Can you explain what that is and how that works with the federally recognized tribes here in Michigan?
In 1836, our ancestors were asked to give up their lands so that Michigan could become a state, and sign the Treaty of 1836. 150 years later, it finally went to court, and the court decided that they do indeed have the rights to hunt and fish in the 1836 ceded lands and waters. So CORA was created to manage that and co-manage those resources with the state and federal government. So that's what CORA does. CORA is comprised of the 5 tribes, the chairman, and the heads of the natural resource committee. So there's 10 board members.
Awesome, and a large part of that is protecting, as I understand it, is protecting those treaty rights, and by having this pipeline that runs through on the bottomlands of the Straits of Mackinac, that in fact has a huge potential to impinge those treaty rights.
Absolutely. Somewhere between 50 and 80% of all fishing, commercial fishing, occurs in the area that would be impacted by that. So this is a huge issue. Not only that, but there's hunting and gathering. There is spiritual values there that would be impacted. That a price can't be put on that. It would be a disaster of major proportions, and our charge is to save those resources for the 7th generation. So 7 generations from now, they have the same Straits of Mackinac, same opportunities, the same fish, and the same spiritual connection to those waters.
Absolutely, and as you talk about the protecting those, because you're federally recognized, then the rights that you have actually supersede the rights of the state in that situation with regards to the protection and keeping those treaty rights recognized. Am I correct in that understanding?
That's right, but the legal jargon for that I'll leave for the attorneys and others who know better
awesome. And
that relationship.
So how did you feel today went? Because this morning you had consultation regarding the 22 additional anchors that Enbridge are looking to put in place, and this afternoon the consultation was regarding the recently released alternatives analysis report. So how did you feel the day went as a whole?
It's frustrating, to be honest. These reports are inadequate. The state's reactions to this are inadequate to protect not only our resources, but for all the people of Michigan. And the frustration is even echoed in some state staff, we believe, especially since the risk analysis has been kiboshed. We can't evaluate these without a proper risk assessment.
Absolutely. So to help support this,
I needed this.
What is it the people who are watching this at home right now can do to help support making sure the Great Lakes stay protected and you do preserve your hunting, your fishing, and your gathering rights through the treaties?
Well, we participate in Oil and Water Government. We encourage you to support government.org. Sign the petition. Send your letters in regarding actually. Desmond can tell you how to do that. Oil and water don't mix. Can tell you how to do that.
Absolutely.
So please help us.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate you sharing a little bit with us today. That's awesome. Des, do you want to just step in for a second and talk a little bit about someone this morning? So Des, speak up a little bit for us.
Can you hear me? How's that?
Can
Is that
everyone
good?
hear Des? Can you hit some hearts if you can hear Des?
Any relatives?
So Des, talk to us a little bit about how today went. I know some things happened this morning. I do want to talk about those things with you a little bit because I feel that's very important. Especially would like to talk to you regarding the importance of inviting 12 sovereign nations here and having the government-to-government consultation and what the respect that runs around that and how that should look and how that has looked.
Sure. So today, as you heard earlier from Mike, we were invited here as 12 sovereign nations. There's 12 federally recognized tribes in Michigan. Our relationship is unique in the sense that our relationship is on the level with the federal government. And the state of Michigan invited us to come and participate today and consult with them with regards to Enbridge's permit application for the 22 acres. And then this afternoon, are you getting some wind?
Yeah, it's a little windy, it's fine.
So this afternoon, to consult with regards to the alternatives analysis. I got a little bit frustrated this morning. The director of the DEQ stepped out of the room to take a phone call. So I got a little bit upset and I asked her staff what she was doing. And I was informed she had a conference call that was on the schedule that she was going to take.
Okay, so let me just get that straight. You've been invited here for government-to-government consultation, and the director of the Michigan Department of Environmental Quality decided to honour a conference call above the nation, the sovereign nations.
12 sovereign nations.
12
Kevin.
sovereign nations.
12.
And step out of the room
Yes.
to do a conference call with the EPA, at which
Correct.
point you actually asked to excuse yourself from the room?
I didn't ask to excuse myself. I said I'm going to step out of the room and I'll return when the director returns because I'm the director of a natural resources department for a sovereign nation. I'm on the same exact level. I was invited here. It took me 4 hours to drive here. I had to leave my house at 6 o'clock this morning. I came here for a constructive dialogue to have that government-to-government consultation, and I was a little bit slighted, so I left the room. And I returned when the director of the DEQ returned.
Let's say the president came to town and they were having a government-to-government consultation with the president. Do you think they would have kept their conference call in place and stepped out of the room?
Not sure, but it was pretty disrespectful. Her staff was very apologetic, but she never once apologized for it when she returned.
You have a lot of support for actually having the confidence to step out of the room and to treat it that way. And people are asking, what is her name?
What is her name? Heidi Grether? Am I saying that properly?
Heidi Grether.
Heidi Grether. I just make sure I'm saying it
Awesome.
appropriately.
So that's got that out of the way. That obviously that
Yep.
isn't the way things should go. However, the day got a lot better, didn't it?
The day did get better because we were treated more fairly by the governor's office, the DNR's office, as well as the chair of the Pipeline Safety Advisory Board. Here today, Valerie Brader.
Okay.
Took our concerns very serious. We found a number of ways to articulate our concerns so that they will be addressed. And also we found out that a lot of the concerns we share with regards to the alternatives analysis are the same concerns that the Pipeline Safety Advisory Board have as well. So there's some flaws. We hope to get those addressed within that alternatives analysis, but it's a very flawed report, as you heard Mike talk about earlier. And I would like to introduce you to Riaz at some point so he can talk about some of the...
So I'm going to sign off here so I need to get some video that's not live so I can use it later on. God bless all of you.